Okay, so now that we have the VPN up and running and that we are actually connected to it, let us go ahead and see what the person controlling the VPN can actually see in regard to our traffic that is going through the VPN. Because remember, the traffic is encrypted between you and the VPN. Once it leaves the VPN, it no longer has that point-to-point encryption, meaning that whoever is controlling the VPN can see the data exiting the VPN in an unencrypted format. In order for us to achieve this, we will need T-Shark. So if you're following these lectures in order, you will have T-Shark already installed and configured not to use a root user. I'm going to go ahead and use the root user here because I don't really care. It's just for a couple of hours that this machine is going to run anyway. But this is not a good idea. The Wireshark has millions of lines of code, and it's never a good idea to run it as root. Okay, so T-Shark, yes, go ahead. I don't really care, sure. This is just a Wireshark setup that I'm making for this particular session, but you should really be looking at the Wireshark setup in the proxy tutorial list, where I've done a detailed explanation of how Wireshark should be run for remote capture. Okay, so now that the T-Shark is installed on our server, let's go over to our host machine, to our client machine, and you have this line of code which I have explained in great detail before and have elaborated on every single detail of it. Just gonna do this root. Even the old username remains there, sheep. So, oops. Oops, this is bad. Give me a sec. Bad things have happened. Why? Because this is I have some leftovers from my previous sessions, and I am getting a little bit messed up with them. Okay, let's just go ahead and close this. Clear the screen, and this is not even the proper IP address, so let me just go ahead and promptly change that. So 46101.97.26, and let's go ahead and do it now. Okay, so it says running as root group root. This could be dangerous. Yes, I am well aware of it, but this is our traffic from the remote server. So let me just go ahead and open up a new window, Firefox, and I don't know, I can just basically refresh the default site a couple of times. It is completely irrelevant. So as you can see, I can see that I can see the requests coming in and out. I do believe that this is my IP address, 4636.181.98. Actually, I'm pretty sure that that's it, and it's making a request towards the VPN server. And then the VPN server down below is making a request towards whatever it is that I wanted to, towards wherever I wanted to go, really. So you can see some transmission control protocol. This is not really important for us now because the data is covered by SSL. But that doesn't matter. What I want to show you are two things here. So you have my IP address, which is 4636.181.98. So you can see this, right? And then you can see that it's making a request towards 46.101.97.26. That is the IP address of the VPN. Okay? And then you can see immediately that the VPN is making a request towards 142, well, actually, let's go ahead and see what that is, because how else are you going to see? You have to basically go and type it in. So the request is towards 140.211. 169.196. Okay, so it's going somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and accept the certificate, but you should never do this. Never. Well, actually, let me go ahead and see who is... Let's just go ahead and do a checkup on this one. Dun 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 dun. 16916. This could be it. I have no idea. I'm guessing it's this one and this subnet. I guess I could run a manual check, but it doesn't matter. So who is this? Organization name, Network for Education and Research in Oregon. Okay, so advanced, add exception. I'm just going to go ahead and add an exception for this one session. And there you go. So I am on the Fedora website. So this is one of them. This is apps.fedoraproject.org. There are a lot of them. This is just one of them. So I can immediately know where whoever it is that's connected to my network went. So I know the source, I know who you are, from where you are coming from, I know your IP address, and I know the destination. I know where it is that you are going. Another very, very dangerous thing is that somebody has your current dynamic IP address, which is here. And I keep stating, and I've stated before, that this is not that important, but it is. It is important because during the session, he has your current IP address, meaning that if your router doesn't have remote management disabled, I don't know if mine has it actually. Where is it? So 46. Yep, so let's go ahead and type in 46.36.181.98. So mine probably does have the remote management disabled, but let's for a moment assume that it doesn't. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in 192.168.1.1. This would actually lead you to this page. I'm actually logged into my router, well, one of them anyway, one of my routers, and this would actually lead you to the home router page. Now, you would probably be prompted with a login, but most of the logins for the home routers have very simple passwords or have default passwords. More importantly than that, the remote login, the remote management feature can be bypassed, as demonstrated in one of the DEF CON lectures. So the person effectively has your current dynamic IP address and has a very good idea, knows exactly what websites are you visiting, where are you going, and they can just open the same sites. And if you're visiting something on different ports or using different protocols, they can also go there and have a look and see exactly what is going on. The good thing about this is that if you're visiting SSL sites, they will not be able to see the application data because the encryption keys have nothing to do with the VPN in terms of HTTPS. HTTPS is, again, between you and the website that you are visiting. So they still won't be able to see the data here, but they can serve you arbitrary content. They can give you they can serve you certificates, and they can change the DNS settings so your URL resolutions will go to completely wrong IP addresses, where a whole sea of possibility opens with JavaScript and cross-site scripting, etc. But cross-site scripting, exploitation, reverse shells, and such things, those things we will do in other chapters down the line. This chapter deals with anonymity online, and that's what I want to show you. I wanted to show you just how anonymous are you when you're using VPN, what can the person on the other side see when you are using their VPN, and how you can set up a VPN of your own. Anyway, gonna bid you farewell here, and with this, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude the VPN subchapter.